second. Why does science matter now? Well, look around you. We are living in a scientific age. Many of the objects we use every day were made possible by the knowledge we've gained from science and by the application of that knowledge. From iPods to computers, cell phones, genetic engineering, and medicine, we depend on science every day.
Here are the vials you requested, Robin.
Thank you, Hugh.
You're welcome.
Why does science matter now? Well, we make decisions every day. What car should I buy? Should I get solar panels for my home? Do I really need that vaccination? These seem like personal choices, sure, but many affect our community. More than ever before in human history, our decisions require an understanding of science. What do you know about stem cell research? A successful democracy depends on citizens with the knowledge to make good choices.
Science is much, much more than a collection of facts and figures. It's a remarkable way of thinking. Wouldn't you rather make decisions on your own as opposed to having others make them for you? Let's say you're browsing the internet and you find a claim. A new kind of ionization will help cure wrinkles. Do you think, who did the study? How was it tested? What was the sample size? Being able to think analytically will allow you to make decisions about what to believe and whether or not you should spend your money.
Our quality of life is dependent upon the vitality of our economy. To maintain a strong economy, we need productive people who are well trained and produce a steady flow of scientific innovations. High-quality jobs that require a great deal of scientific knowledge are necessary to keep up with such a demand.
Need another reason? Science is just cool. It's fun. It's interesting. Think about the Mythbusters and all of their experiments.
When you drop Mentos into diet soda, you're witnessing a surface effect. You see, Mentos have a rough surface, so CO2 bubbles form in the tiny holes, rapidly and in great quantity. Let's watch the effect. Wow, it worked!
Well, now we've got all this extra soda. What do we do with it? I have an idea.
Wait, what? Very funny, guys! Very funny! Well, now what are we at? Science misconceptions are pretty common. Research shows that we all have strongly held ideas about how things work. Most of the time, these personal views aren't very accurate. Many misconceptions are formed when we were very young. Children are natural scientists. We all observe the world and make deductions from our observations. Common sense and what we were told by others or the media also play a part in our understandings of the world. It isn't surprising there'd be some misunderstandings.
For instance, many people think the reason our planet is warmer in the summer is because we're closer to the sun. Well, it makes sense. When you get closer to a heat source, you feel warmer. But this isn't really the reason why it's warmer in the summer. We'll explore this more later.
Does it matter whether we have these misconceptions, that we have wrong ideas about science? What we understand about our world is our foundation for most other knowledge. When we have a misconception or misunderstanding, it becomes a barrier for learning new things. As science continues to become more complex, we all need to be well informed if we are to make the best decisions for our lives.
Our group chose some common science misconceptions and created a survey. The survey included topics such as seasons, genetics, evolution, and physics. We gave the survey to 110 elementary students, 195 middle school students, and 152 adults. One of our questions asked, why is it warmer in the summer than it is in the winter? We were surprised that a large percentage of people in every age group did not know the answer. In both elementary and adult groups, only 52% chose the right answer, while even fewer middle school students, 46%, were correct.
So, all of you guys are kind of already split into teams. You'll see each. So how do we deal with misconceptions? The classroom is a good place to start. A well-designed lesson plan might help. We investigated misconceptions about the seasons with a group of 6th grade students. Before the lesson, we asked them why it was warmer in the summer. Only 41% of them knew the correct answer. Let's take a look.
Yeah, but it has to turn, right? If it doesn't turn, then how does it change?
After the models were finished, we asked each group to share their models with the entire class. We asked them questions about their model so they could analyze their ideas.
The sun and the oval. So when the Earth is closest to the sun, it's clearly summer. And when it's farthest away, it's winter. And we show the orbit on our model.
The next day, we gave the students new information, asked them to look at their models, and decide whether they'd make any changes.
Well, our original thing was a oval, but that made it take 2 years for the Earth to travel around the sun.
It's not left or right.
It was time for the models to be shared again. Each group did make some change, and we asked them questions to find out how their thinking had changed.
Because more light gets on the hemisphere.
Well, did it work? Did more students realize why it's warmer in the summer? After the lesson, 69% of the students were able to choose the right answer, that the seasons are caused by the tilt of the Earth. That means that just over 30% still hold a misconception. This is a good indicator to show that misconceptions are really hard to change, but we have to keep trying. This is a more accurate model of why seasons change. It all has to do with the tilt of the Earth. The Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees. When the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, we receive less direct light farther north. This makes it colder. We are actually closer to the sun during our winter, not farther away. Our survey included questions about evolution. All of the age groups seemed to understand that we didn't evolve directly from chimpanzees. Rather, we share a common ancestor. 65% of elementary students, 73% of middle school students, and 88% of adults surveyed agreed that we share a common ancestor. Some believe we evolved directly from chimps, although the percentages get lower as the age increases. About 13 million years ago, we shared a common ancestor with several primates, orangutans, gorillas, and chimpanzees. Some of these ancestors branched off to evolve into orangutans, and others continued down another path until about 8 million years ago. At this point, we share a common ancestor with gorillas and chimps. Again, one group of descendants evolved into gorillas, and others went down another path. Our most recent common ancestor with chimps lived about 5 or 6 million years ago. One population evolved into chimps, while another evolved into modern humans. Because our common ancestor to chimps is more recent than the others, we are more closely related to chimps than the other primates.